Here's an article. Krugman condemnation of Sweden triggers Reiche Bank review talk. See, they're actually responding to the critiques of Paul Krugman. See, Krugman said that Sweden was guilty of sadomonetarism because they didn't have enough inflation. And these idiots in Sweden are actually buying it. Here, listen to this article that I'm reading in again, figures it's Bloomberg. It says that Sweden has endured 4 months of consumer price declines, prompting members of the Reiche Bank to criticize the bank for its rate policies. Can you believe that? They have endured 4 months of falling consumer prices. Oh, the agony. Oh, I really feel. I mean, they endured the hardships, the pain. I mean, what is this, like hell on earth over there in Sweden? Can you imagine? How can the poor Swedes, the suffering, the humanity, 4 months of falling consumer prices? How is that a something that you have to endure? What do these guys imagine? Do they think, let's say you're in Sweden and you went to the gas station. I don't know what gas costs over there in Krona, but just let's say you bought something. You went to the gas station and you paid 100 krona to fill up your tank, or I don't know what it is. I forget the exchange rate. And then you come back, a couple weeks later to get gas again, and it's a little cheaper. Maybe put it in dollars. Let's say you went to buy gas and it was $4.50 a gallon, and you came back to fill up again, and it was $4.40. It was a dime lower. I mean, what is Krugman? What do these guys think the motorists are doing? Are they like, oh, darn it! Oh, I can't believe it! The price is down a dime. What an idiot I was! I bought it 2 weeks ago. I should have waited. I wasted a dime a gallon. Oh my God, this is terrible. I feel awful. What a jerk I am. You know what? I'm not going to fall for the same thing again. Not me. I'm not a sucker. I'm gonna take my car back to the garage. I ain't buying this gasoline. I'm not gonna suffer this, this pain again. I'm putting my car in the garage and I'm riding my bike for a couple of weeks, because next time when I come, and if the price is lower, I don't want to feel this horrible. I don't want to feel like I was a sucker and I was taken for a ride. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off, and I'm not gonna use any gasoline because, I don't want to be stuck with paying less, knowing what a schmuck I was because I overpaid 2 weeks ago. I mean, is this what they think is going on? You know what happens when you go to the gas station and the price is lower than last time? You smile. Oh, whoa, hey, last week I paid $4.50. Now it's only $4.40. Great. Now I have extra money for food. I really hope the price is cheaper next time. This is great. I mean, that's reality. But in this crazy world where politicians live in, consumers are suffering because prices are going down or not rising fast enough. I mean, you wouldn't even believe this. If this was written in a fiction, if it was, nobody could believe it. That concept of, suspension of disbelief. If somebody wrote this into a work of fiction, you would say, nobody can be that dumb. Nobody could possibly think this. It's funny, too, when you look at some of the comments on some of the videos where I talk about debunking this, inflation nonsense. We need inflation. Falling prices are bad. And people say, oh, but Peter Schiff he's a simpleton. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. He's missing the big picture. I'm not missing anything. There is no big picture. Falling prices are good. Rising prices are bad. End of story. Everybody wants prices to come down. Now, these people always say, but doesn't Schiff know that when the economy is weak, when there's not enough demand, that prices go down? Sure. But what does that have to do with anything? If the economy is weak and there's not enough demand, you need prices to go down because people can't afford to buy stuff. The price has to go down. I mean, if the economy is weak and prices are falling, if you just force prices up, that's not going to make the economy stronger. It's just going to make it even weaker. You can't treat a disease by trying to cover up the symptoms. If the symptom of the weak economy is that prices are going down, focusing on prices going down doesn't get you anywhere. You got to figure out why the economy is weak. It's not weak because prices are falling. Maybe prices are falling because the economy is weak. But prices also fall because the economy is strong. But it doesn't matter why they're falling. If they're falling because the economy is strong or because the economy is weak. Trying to make them go up is not good. The fact that prices are going down is helpful, regardless of whether it's in reaction to a strong economy or a weak economy. But if the economy is weak, figure out why it's weak. But just trying to stop prices from falling isn't going to change anything. I've used the example about, trying to say, well, the reason that it rains is because the sidewalks are wet, right? Because, every time the sidewalks are wet, I look up and sure enough, it's raining. Therefore, these wet sidewalks must be the cause of rain, right? And so the genius will think, hey, if we can only stop the sidewalks from getting wet, we won't have any more rain. Let's just figure out how to keep the sidewalks dry and it'll never rain again. I mean, that's what these guys are basically saying when they're saying, well, we need to stop prices from falling because weak economies can cause falling prices. So if we have falling prices, we need to figure out how to make prices to go up. Look, the way to make a weak economy even weaker is to introduce inflation. That's going to compound your problem, right? If there isn't enough demand, you need prices to come down. Right? Because, that'll create the extra demand. But the bigger question is, hey, if the economy is weak, why is it weak? Right? Treat the disease. Don't try to cover up the symptoms and just assume that the disease is going to go away. No, then the disease is going to kill you because the symptoms aren't what's making you sick. Your disease is making you sick. The symptoms is just how the disease manifests itself.